The Art of Provision is out, folks. Here it is, right here, Mastering Your God-Given Resources, right next to my Barack Obama book. We're trying to do something positive by helping people understand that God will provide. Remove the anxiety, remove the stress from your life so that you can focus on the gift and the calling that He has put on your life and eliminate the stresses and frustration that keep you from doing the very thing He's called you to do. So pick up your book. The website is listed there, the information, The Art of Provision, my second book. I hope you enjoy it. God bless you. My hope for anyone reading this book is that they would never have to worry about how to pay for whatever it is they've been gifted to do or whomever they've been called to be. Well, the key takeaway from this book really is that God will provide. So God is the source, but we are the resource. And so in this world, in this earth, He has millions of resources. And He will provide when we learn how to follow His steps to connect day to day in various situations with those resources that are always connected to the source. The section of the book that helped me the most was the section that talked about how to turn God's spiritual provision into actual provision, and how He uses trials to somehow teach us lessons about how to lean and trust and depend on Him the most. I found this the most fascinating because most of us believe that God will provide, but it's that arduous and tenuous aspect of how do we convert that spiritual truth into an actual pay my rent every 30 days kind of reality. My motivation for writing this book really comes out of a passion for discipleship. I was really studying how to be a deeper, a more involved disciple, connected with God, closer with Him. This, not the religious church going every day, but that intimate mentor-mentee kind of day-to-day relationship one has with God, where He invites you into His inner space and He one-on-one personally teaches you how to live with Him. And out of that study, out of that growth, and out of that fascination with Him, I was healed. I felt like I was relieved of a bunch of anxiety and stress and worry as a dad, as a father, as a leader, worrying about how was I going to pay for school, how was I going to pay my rent or my mortgage. And from this relationship with God, He assured me He would provide for me. And so my motivation for writing the book really came from an intimate relationship with God. And He said, hey, help other people reduce their stress. Help other people come closer to me by sharing with them that He provides for their needs. As long as we're in His presence, He provides for everything we need. I recommend this book as a resource because it's a powerful tool to remind the person in the state of anxiety and worry and stress about how you're going to get through this month, or how you're going to come up with the money to pay for what is needed, how you're going to step out on faith in that huge vision you have, and you're wondering how you're going to pay for it. This book is really a daily resource to remind the person who is trying to do something productive to help other people. It is to remind you that if you're ever making an effort to do something that God has called you to do, He has the provision for it. He has the resource for it already. Before He called you, He already put in place the provision for it. The key is, how do we access it? How do we access God's daily alimentation to be able to remove and reduce the stress and anxiety that comes with doing something to be a blessing for other people. This book really has a special interest for gifted people and visionary people, people who feel called to do something specific, people who feel they have a purpose. Because oftentimes when there are people who have an artistic form or have a gift inside of them, they have this great vision and passion to do something. Well, in most cases, doing those things come with a hefty cost. They come with a cost, a financial price, an emotional price, a laborious price that we aren't always sure on how we're going to pay, but we just know we want to do this. So to all those visionaries, to all those gifted people who have a goal, a vision, a destiny that they feel called to, this book will really teach you how to do that without worrying about how it's going to be done. And you can really focus on your gift, because when you're worried, when you're frustrated and fearful about how things are going to really turn out in your life, you aren't your best self and your gift is not maximized. So this book really helps eliminate those worries, those cares, and those fears so that the gifted person can really operate at their optimum precision to give God the glory. I mean, I really like this book because I feel like I found a gem. I feel like no one told me this. I mean, people would say, oh, just pray about it. Oh, God will provide. He'll take care of it. Okay, I get that spiritually, but how? And when does he do it? We always feel like, man, I need it like stat right now. But this book really, really gives step-by-step detail, scripture by scripture, to help us really understand how close God is to us and how much he really wants to finance and support whatever he has called us to do. And that our worries and our cares are from our flesh, which creates a frustration, which the enemy uses to keep us from accomplishing the very thing that God has called us to do.